Well, hello. Welcome to the finale of Euripides' Hecuba. There we go. I got it right. Hecuba. Hecuba by Euripides. Translated by Diane Arnson Svarlien. An introduction by Ruth Scodel. This is the last act, people. So far, we've met her son's ghost, Polydorus. Then we found out that her daughter, Polyxena, was fated to be sacrificed after the war for Achilles. Then she saw her son dead on the beach. Then she begged Agamemnon to help with revenge. Yeah, there we go. And he said no, because the army does not like her family. The army has the last say in nearly everything. And he is the commander of the army. Cool. Okay. So Agamemnon just left. Chorus. O my Ilion, O my fatherland, once it was said that you had never been taken. That is no longer true. You've been ravaged, trapped in fog bank of Greeks. Their spears ripped and the garland of towers down from your brow, and they stained you, defiled you with smoke. How I pity you, the home place, where I no longer set foot. My destruction struck in the dead of night. After the banquet, sleep was spreading in sweetness over my lids. After the ritual offering, the singing, the dance, my husband lay in the bedroom, his pike staff hung on its peg. He was no longer keeping his watch as the sailors made their way toward Ilion, stepping ashore. I was fixing my hair and binding it up in a headband, while gazing at the endless gleams of light in my golden mirror, as I got ready to fall into bed. But I heard a noise, and the streets of my city Troy rang out with this charge: When, O children of the Greeks, when will you ravage Ilion's hilltop fortress and return to your homes? I abandoned love's bed in only my robe, like a Dorian maid, and I went to holy Artemis, sat before her, but I got nowhere. Poor me. I was led to the briny sea after watching my husband die. I cast a glance back at my city as the ship sped me away from Ilion, set off homeward, and the pain was too much. I cursed Helen, the Zeus-born twin sister, and Paris the parasite, Paris the terror, since I was destroyed, driven out of my home by that marriage. No marriage but misery, bred by some vengeful curse. May the briny sea never carry her back. May she never arrive at her father's home. Enter Polymestor from the direction of the camp with his 2 sons, attendants, and the servant. Polymestor wears woven robes of Thracian design and carries 2 javelins. Hecuba bows her head to avoid eye contact with Polymestor. Polymestor. O Priam, most beloved of all men, and you, my most beloved Hecuba, I weep at the sight of you, and of your city, and of your children, of your child who died so recently. Ah, nothing can be trusted, neither prestige nor hope of further happiness when life is going well. The gods just mix things up, create disturbances, so we'll revere them, not knowing any better. But what's the point of lamenting this? It doesn't clear the way for any lessening of future sorrows. I hope that you won't blame me for not coming earlier. In fact, I was away when you arrived here. I was visiting the interior of Thrace. Once I'd returned, I was setting out from home when this woman here, your slave, fell in with me and spoke your message. I heard it, and I'm here now. Hecuba, Polymester, I'd be ashamed to meet your gaze directly in my present sorry state. You knew me when my fortunes were much greater. Reverence will not permit me to look you in the eye under these circumstances. You see my fate. Don't take it as a sign of disrespect that a woman won't look directly at a man. Yeah, okay. So, sorry. I messed up in my recap. Polymester is the one who killed her son, and she's the one that she wants revenge on. But Agamemnon couldn't help, so bitch has got to take it into her own hands. Polymester. Not at all. It's no wonder, really. But what do you need? Why did you send for me? Hecuba, there's something private I would like to say to you and your children. Please tell your attendants to leave and keep their distance from these quarters. Polymester to the attendants. You may go. Exit the attendants. Polymester addresses Hecuba. There, they've deserted us, but there's no danger. You're my friend, and so is the Achaean army. You must tell me now, how should a friend assist a friend who's stuck in such a joyless state? I'm here to help you. Hecuba, first answer me. The child in your home, whom you received from his father's hand and mine, Polydorus, is he alive? I need to know this. Polymester, yes, yes. Where he's concerned, you have good fortune. Most beloved man, well spoken, worthy of you. What else do you desire to learn from me? Hecuba, does he think of me at all, the mother who bore him? Yes, he was trying to come to you in secret. And the gold he brought from Troy, is it still safe? It's safe. It's being guarded in my house. Keep it safe, then. Don't desire what's not yours. No, no, may I profit from what's mine already? All right, do you know what it is I want to tell you? No, I don't. You have to spell it out. There's, oh dear friend, beloved now as always. What? What should we know, my sons and I? Ancient caverns where Priam's gold is hidden. That's what you want to tell your son about? Yes, yes, through you, since you're a pious man. Why is it that my children must be present? If you should die, it's better that they know. You've spoken well. Of course, this way is wiser. All right, do you know the dwelling of Trojan Athena? That's where the gold is? What marks the place exactly? There's a black stone that juts out from the ground. Yes, is there anything else you'd like to tell me? I brought some valuables. Can you keep them safe? Where do you have them? Hidden in your robes? Hecuba, indicating Agamemnon's tent, where she and her ladies stay. Right? They're safe in this dwelling, packed in with the spoils. Polymester, where? The Achaean ships are all around here. The captive women have a private dwelling. It's safe inside? Deserted of all men? There's no Achaean man inside, just women. Get in the house. The Argives are quite eager to sail homeward, leaving Troy behind them. Do what you have to do, then you can go, back with your sons and where you've settled, my child. Do what you have to do, then you can go back with your sons to where you've settled, my child. Exit Polymester and his sons, Hecuba, and the servant into Agamemnon's tent. The chorus. Perhaps it's time for you to come to justice, just like a man who falls into the swirling waters. Far from a harbor, you will be shunted sideways, sprawling, reft of your heart's desire. You took a life, you're bound to justice and the gods. Two debts falling due together, destruction, destruction awaits you. You find that time belies your expectations. The road that you chose descends straight to Hades. The hand that will drag you down belongs to no warrior. Polymester, from within he screams in agony. I'm blinded! Where's the daylight? Ah, my eyes! Chorus, listen, friends, the Thracian gentleman's wailing. Ah, my children, alas, your cruel slaughter! My friends, new evils have been done inside. You won't escape me. Though your feet are swift, I'll bash this house down, break through every corner. My hand's my weapon. Watch now as it strikes. Shall we fall in to help? The time is ripe. Hecuba and the woman might need allies. Enter Hecuba from the tent, closing the entrance behind her and addressing Polymester within. Hecuba, batter away, spare nothing. Bash the doors down. Your eyes have lost their brightness now for good. You'll never see your sons alive. I killed them. Chorus. What? Have you subdued our Thracian guest and gained the upper hand just as you say? You'll see him in a moment, staggering blindly from the house with a blind and wayward footstep, and you'll see his two sons' bodies. I killed them with these heroic Trojan women. He's come to justice, paid me what he owed. Here he comes now. I'll get out the way and keep my distance. His Thracian spirit seethes with rage. That's very difficult to withstand. Enter Polymester, blinded and walking on all fours. He has succeeded in pushing open the entrance to the tent. The bodies of his sons are carried out of the tent by women and placed on the ground. Polymester sings. I'm not going to sing for you, sorry. Polymester. Alas, oh alas, where can I stand? Can I walk? Where can I find a haven? Like a fierce mountain beast, I scramble on my hands, tracking them. Where to turn now? Is it this way or that? How can I catch the man-slaying daughters of Ilion, who have destroyed me? Accursed girls of Phrygia, who dare dreadful deeds. Oh, where have they flown? Do they crouch in the corners? Helios, heal me, heal me. If only you could restore the light that was there beneath my bloodied eyelid. Quiet now. What was that? I just heard a footfall of women trying to hide. Oh, where shall I pounce to feed on my prey? Their bones and their flesh will be the bestial meal on which I shall dare to gorge till I am full avenging myself. For this outrage, this insult, where am I going? Deserting my slaughtered sons so the bacchantes of Hades can take them and hack up their bodies, a wild mountain blood feast cast out for the dogs. Where can I stand? Where can I take my rest? Furling my linen sail like a sea-going ship with its hawsers. How can I guard my sons where they lie in this lair of destruction? Chorus. The evils you've endured are hard to bear. Shameful deeds claim terrible repayments. Ah, hear me, spear-bearing host of Thrace, land of horses, men in arms, race devoted to Ares. Oh, hear me, Achaean, son of Atreus, hear me. I cry aloud, I cry for help. Come here, approached by the gods. Does anyone hear me? Will no one come? Why the delay? Women destroyed me, captive women. What I've suffered is terrible, terrible. Alas, this outrage. Where can I turn? Where can I go? Shall I fly up to the heavens, the palace aloft in the sky, where blazing rays of fire shoot from the eyes of Orion and Sirius? Or shall I flit, poor me, down the glossy black skin of the waters encircling Hades? Chorus. It's understandable when one has suffered. It's understandable when one has suffered. Unbearable sorrow to exit this sad life. Enter Agamemnon from the camp with attendants. Oh no, I had to remember another voice. Agamemnon, I hear a shout, a racket, so I came here. Echo, the daughter of the mountain crag, launched a troubled wail across the camp. If we didn't know the Greek spear had already brought down the French powers, then that sound would have frightened us tremendously, I tell you. Polymester, Most welcome, most beloved Agamemnon. I recognized your voice. See how I suffer. Ah, Polymester, poor man, who destroyed you? Who blinded you and caused this blood to stream down from your eyes? Who killed these children? Truly, whoever he was, he must have hated you. Hecuba, the captive woman, destroyed me. No, what they did was much worse than destruction. Hecuba, did you really dare this dreadful deed and leave him helpless, as he says? Oh God, what's that? Is she somewhere nearby? Yes, she is. Tell me where she is. I'll rip her apart. With my bare hands, her skin will stream blood. What's wrong with you? I beg you, by the gods, let me get my hands on her. I'm going insane. Restrain yourself. Cast the barbarity out of your heart and speak, so I can listen to each of you in turn and, in accordance with justice, judge the reason why you suffer. Yes, I will speak. There was a son of Priam and Hecuba, the youngest, Polydorus. His father Priam sent him out of Troy, suspecting that the city would be taken, and gave him to me to raise in my own home. I killed him. Listen now and hear the reason. I acted wisely and with forethought, fearing that if the child survived, he'd be your foe. He'd rally and reunify the Trojans. Then, when the Achaeans realized the son of Priam was still living, they return, bring their army back to Phrygia, and take the Thracian plain for spoils and plunder. Troy's neighbors would again go through the evils by which we've been so recently undone. My lord, when Hecuba learned her child's fate, she drew me in by promising to tell where Priam's sons had hidden certain coffers of gold in Ilion. She drew me inside her home alone with just my sons, so no one else would learn this information. I sat down on a couch and took my rest. The girls of Troy were inside, lots of them, to my left hand and my right. They took their seats beside me as if I was an old friend. They held my robes up to the light to see the Edonian handiwork and praise the weaving. Some others saw the Thracian pikes I held and stripped me of them both. Those who were mothers were smitten with my boys. They tossed them up playfully in their hands and then maneuvered the boys away from me by passing them from hand to hand. Their gentle conversation was peaceful as a windless sea, and then suddenly, it was unbelievable. From somewhere in their robes, they pulled out daggers and stabbed my children. Other women, now no longer friends, but wartime foes, take hold of my hands. They pin my arms and legs. I try to help my boys, but if I raise my head, they yank my hair, and I try to move my hands. The mob of women holds me back. I get nowhere. Poor me. Last of all, pain worse than pain. They pull their brooches out, and dreadful deed, they stab me in the eyes. My pupils stream with blood. They scattered, fled throughout the shelter. Like a beast, I sprang after those murderous dogs, and I sniffed out every corner like a hunter, bashing and battering. This is what I've had to suffer, all for the sake of doing you a favor, Agamemnon, by killing your wartime foe. I'll tell you something else, and I'll be brief. If any man before has told the tale of woman's wickedness, or tells it now, or ever plans to, here's the gist of it. No race like them is bred on sea or land, as everyone who deals with them discovers. Chorus, don't be brash and don't blame your own troubles on the female race or lump us all together. Hecuba, Agamemnon, a person's tongue should never surpass his deeds. If he acts decently, then let his words be decent. If he's malicious, his words too should be flawed, and he should never be able to speak well for unjust causes. Yes, some can. They've mastered every detail of this technique. They're clever, but in the end, they can't sustain it. They're totally destroyed. It happens every time. There, Agamemnon, you have my prelude. Now we'll turn to him. You said you killed my son to spare the Achaeans a second struggle, and to please Agamemnon. You are the worst. Barbarians, for one thing, would not be friendly to the Greeks and could not. What favor were you doing? What gratitude were you so eager for? Perhaps you hoped to gain an in-law. Or were you already a blood relation? Well, what was your reason? To stop the Greeks from sailing here again and cutting down your seedlings? Who'd believe that? It was the gold. If you, by any chance, would like to tell the truth, that killed my son and your own hope for profit. Tell me this. When Troy held sway, protected by her ramparts, and Priam lived, and Hector's spear still flourished, if what you wanted was the gratitude of this man here, and you were nurturing my child in your home, why didn't you just kill him then, or hand him over to the Argives? Instead, once we had faded from the daylight and smoke rose from our ruined town, disclosing that we were captive now, owned by our foes, then you killed the guest friend at your hearth. There's more, just listen. It does not reflect well on you. If you were really friendly with those Achaeans, then you should have given the gold to them. As you admit, it wasn't yours to keep, but his. Gesturing to the body of Polydorus. They needed money, and they had been here, strangers far from home, for a long time. But even now you won't release it from your hand. It's in your house. Look, if you had only raised my child the way you should have, nurtured him and kept him safe, you'd have a handsome reputation. Good friends stand out most clearly in hard times. When things are easy, friends are everywhere. If you had needed money and my son enjoyed good fortune, then he would have been your ample treasury. But as it is, it's over. You don't have him as a friend. You don't have any profit from the gold. Your sons are gone, and you are in this state. Agamemnon, if you help this man, you won't look good. You'll benefit a host who's impious, untrustworthy, unholy, unjust. We'll say that wicked men delight you because you yourself are wicked, though of course I wouldn't want to chastise you, my lord. She's got some nerve. I love it. Chorus. Decent facts are always a fine basis for making one's case decently in words. Agamemnon, I find it burdensome to be the judge in someone else's plight, but I'm compelled. It would be disgraceful, since I've taken this matter in hand, to push it back away. Here's how it seems to me. You killed your guest friend not to win my gratitude nor as a favor to the Achaeans. You wanted to have that gold, to keep it in your home, and now you're saying whatever you think will get you out of trouble. Perhaps it doesn't mean much to you people to kill a guest. We Greeks find it appalling. How then, if I decreed you to act justly, would I avoid blame? No, I couldn't. Since you had the nerve to do something so loathsome, prepare to suffer something most unwelcome. Polymester, defeated by a woman, a slave. I'm brought to justice by those worse than me, it seems. Hecuba, justice, yes. Are you not in the wrong? Alas, my sons, alas, my eyes, poor me. What does it hurt? Do you think I don't grieve? You delight in this atrocity, you fiend. Should I delight in taking vengeance? Shouldn't 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 I delight in taking vengeance? But not for long. The waters of the sea will carry me to Greece. Imagine that. Will cover you when you fall from the masthead. By whom will I be forced to make this leap? You'll scamper up the ship's mast on your own. How will I do it? Will my back sprout wings? You'll become a dog with blazing eyes. How do you know that I will change my shape? From Dionysus the prophet to the Thracians. From Dionysus, prophet, to the Thracians. And yet he didn't warn you of your troubles? No, if he had, you never would have tricked me. No, if he had, you never would have tricked me. Will I die here or live? What is my fate? You will die. Your tomb will bear the name. What? Some name that chimes with my new shape? Poor bitch's grave, marking the way for sailors. I don't even care, now that you've come to justice. Cassandra too will die. Her fate compels it. I spit on your predictions. Tell your own fate. Polymester indicates Agamemnon. His wife, a lethal homemaker, will kill her. Keep madness far from Tyndareos' child. She'll swing an axe on high and kill him too. What, are you mad? Are you in love with trouble? Go on, kill me. In Argos you'll bathe in blood. Servants, drag him away from here by force. Does it hurt to hear this? Agamemnon to his attendants. Won't you shut him up? Go ahead, I've spoken. Take him this instant and cast him out on some deserted island. His mouth is far too brash. Attendants drag Polymester off in the direction of the camp. You, Hecuba, poor woman, come and bury these two corpses. Daughters of Troy, you must go to the tents of your masters now, for I can see already the winds have picked up that will send us homeward. May we have good sailing to our fatherland, and may we see that all is well at home, once we found deliverance from these struggles. Exit Hecuba, Agamemnon, and remaining attendants, carrying the bodies of Polydorus towards the camp. Chorus. Let us go to the tents, friends. Let's go to the harbor. It's time to take up the toils of our masters. Compulsion is brutal. Exit the chorus, following the others. Yeah, so Polymester got his eyes stabbed out. That's pretty badass. Kind of dark. I don't think I would ever. No thanks. Cool, yeah. Oh, but I made this fun little note at the end, and then I'm going to sign off because I'm sick of you. Okay. May we have good sailing to our fatherland, and may we see that all is well at home once we found deliverance from these struggles. I noted the multitudes of war, because there's lots of different things going on. Yeah. Once we found deliverance from these struggles. And then compulsion is brutal is the last line of the play, which is also the chorus's line. I find it interesting that Euripides didn't want to end with Hecuba, since it's her story and he's already given her so much agency. I don't know. He gave her like full straight white guy agency. That's pretty good. But yeah, compulsion is brutal. So war is a disease. But I think like everybody's still, when I see once we found deliverance from these struggles, and then compulsion is brutal, in my mind, I register that as everyone involved in this is still processing the war, and they're still acting warlike, and they're still committing atrocities. So it never ends. And also Polymester says Cassandra too will die. And that's not, as far as I've Googled, that's not a false testament. Like, he's actually projecting the future. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that Euripides would give Hecuba. I mean, no, wait, no, this is the myth. This is the myth. She blinds him. But it's interesting that the myth would be that the woman has so much white male agency. And then that also is just like the driving force for war behavior. I mean, it's violence begets violence. It's funny. It's a very interesting story. Very interesting story. She's wild. That is violent. That is violent. I don't know. I could never imagine gouging someone's eyes out. That's too much. That's too much of that. All right. Good night. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday.